Have you ever met someone in a place that feels completely normal? Like a gym you go to every day, and at first, they're just another familiar face, someone you nod to, maybe exchange a quick "what's up" with. But then, slowly, without you realizing it, they start showing up more often, standing a little closer, asking a few more questions than usual. And before you even notice it happening, it starts to feel like your routine isn't yours anymore, like someone else has quietly made you a part of theirs. For this story, I'll call myself Nolan. My life was simple back then. Work during the day, then straight to the gym. Same time every evening, same machines, same routine. It was the one place where everything felt predictable. And like most gyms, you start seeing the same people over and over again. You don't know them, but you recognize them enough that they start to feel familiar. One of those people was a guy named Josh. He looked serious about lifting, always in fitted gym clothes, always carrying a shaker bottle, always walking around like he knew exactly what he was doing. At first, it was just a nod when we passed each other. Nothing unusual, just two people sharing the same space. One day, he asked me to spot him on the bench press. It was normal, something anyone would do. I helped him, and after that, he started talking. Basic stuff at first, workouts, routines, but then the questions became more personal. Where I lived, what I did, if I stayed nearby. I kept my answers simple, but something about how fast he asked everything felt a little off. After that day, he started coming up to me every time he saw me, talking during my sets, giving advice I didn't ask for, acting like we were closer than we actually were. Then came the messages, at first just memes, then constant check-ins, asking what I was doing, when I'd be at the gym, if I wanted to hang out. He invited me to a festival one weekend. I thought it would be a normal hangout in a crowded place, but the moment I met him there, something felt different. He was louder, more intense, like he had no control over how he acted. He kept switching voices, saying normal things in strange, almost creepy tones. At first, it seemed random, but it didn't stop. It got worse when we went to a bar later. He had told me other people would be there, but no one showed up. It was just us. He kept talking in strange voices, laughing too loudly, saying things that made people around us stare. I felt trapped sitting there, like I had walked into something I didn't understand. After that night, I started avoiding him, changing my gym schedule, not replying to messages, but he didn't stop. The messages kept coming, and then one night, I heard a voice outside my window, low, stretched, calling my name. I looked outside, but I couldn't see anyone. Still, it felt like someone was there. The next night, it happened again. This time, I was sure it sounded like him. I told him to stay away and blocked him. But later that same night, I looked through my window and saw a figure standing just outside, close enough to block the light, just standing there, not moving. After that, everything changed. I left that gym, installed cameras, and stopped sharing anything about my life. Weeks later, I found my car tire sliced open, clean cut. Someone had done it on purpose. And deep down, I already knew who. Because the scariest part wasn't how it ended. It was how normal it all felt in the beginning. What would you do if someone you barely knew suddenly knew where you lived and showed up at your house in the middle of the night? Not to talk, not to explain, but to scare you, to remind you that you weren't as safe as you thought. My name is Lewis. I live in a small town where nothing really happens. I worked at a restaurant and spent most evenings at the gym with my friend Colton. It was our routine, something normal, something predictable. Colton had just broken up with his girlfriend, Addie. Their relationship was toxic, constant fights, jealousy, and control. When he finally ended things, she didn't take it well, but we didn't think it would go any further than that. A few nights later, we were at the gym when a girl walked in wearing a red hoodie. Right away, something felt off. She just stood there, staring, then slowly walked toward the locker room, but kept looking back at us. Soon after, we heard strange noises from the locker room. Crying, but mixed with whispering. It didn't sound normal. It sounded unstable, like someone talking to themselves. She came out wearing the same clothes and didn't even work out. She just walked around, getting closer to us, watching. Then, suddenly, she was gone. We didn't see her leave. That night, I got a message from Colton asking, what if that was Addie? That idea stayed in my mind longer than I wanted it to. Later that night, I heard knocking on my window, then on the door, then the handle started shaking violently. And through it all, I heard laughter. Not normal laughter, something unsteady, almost excited. My phone buzzed, messages from an unknown number, blaming me, telling me to stay away. Then a picture of a knife in someone's hand. That's when I realized she wasn't just angry, she was outside. When the police arrived, they found her sitting outside like she had been waiting. She admitted everything. But one question never left me. How did she find my address? Because if she could find it once, she could have found it anytime. Sometimes the scariest people aren't the ones who act strange, but the ones who don't act at all. The ones who just watch, quietly, patiently, like they're waiting for something you don't understand.
I had been going to the same gym for years, same time every day. After a while, you recognize everyone, but then one day, I noticed someone new.
At first, nothing seemed strange until I realized he wasn't working out. He would just sit there, watching. Every time I looked, he would quickly look away. It started happening every time I went. No matter where I was, he was somewhere nearby, always with a clear view of me. One day, I saw him holding his phone toward me, like he was recording. The moment I noticed, he lowered it. Another time, I turned a corner, and he was suddenly right there, closer than ever before. He didn't say anything, just walked past me. I changed my schedule to avoid him, and for a few days, it worked, until I saw him again, not at the gym, but at a bar. That's when I realized it wasn't a coincidence. He wasn't just another gym member, he was following me. The worst moment came during a run. I noticed someone behind me, matching my speed. Every time I ran faster, he did too. I ran toward the street and called for help. The moment someone else appeared, he stopped, turned, and disappeared back into the woods. And just like that, he was gone. But the feeling never really left.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you on next videos. Till then, goodbye.